Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen yet. I'm one of your hosts, Betsy, and with me is my co-host and my husband, Trent.
Hey, Betsy.
Hey, Trent.
Happy birthday.
Ish.
It's Betsy's birthday this week.
Yeah.
And we're doing a special episode.
Because I wanted to. Today we are taking it back to when Betsy was young and carefree in high school.
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000, we are watching the seminal classic, Coyote Ugly. Because why the hell not?
Oh boy.
Because I have seen this movie many times, but my darling husband Trent, you have not.
No.
You laugh, but tell me, Trent, why? Why have you not seen Coyote Ugly?
I don't know.
Do you know people who've watched this movie? Like your friends liked it or anything?
Oh, sure. I mean, you and a few other people have said that they really like this movie, but again, it's not really anything that I need to see because back in 2000, whenever this came out, there was a lot of buzz around it. There was a lot of people making fun of it. There was parodies. There's probably SNL sketches that I've seen.
Probably.
And it was back in the day when like depictions of women being not promiscuous, but more like empowered was kind of in vogue. And starting to be more of a thing.
We had a lot of those in the early aughts.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Yeah. But I think it was just that ridiculous of a premise where, I mean, I'll just tell you what I know about it, because that's the next step here.
The next question is, what do you know in 22 years about this movie?
So, to my knowledge, it is about a bunch of women who open up a bar, and they run it, and it's a big party. And it's very successful.
What kind of a bar is it?
I don't know, country western bar, sports bar. I know it's got a lot of like musical stuff involved. There's a lot of music being played.
Do you know any of the actors who are in this movie?
So it's Piper Perabo is the main actress.
Yes, she is.
I don't know if this is like her thing and then or it's like a co-ownership type of a thing.
Okay.
Or if she owns it and then she employs her friends, or if it's everybody. I know Tyra Banks is in it.
She is.
And oh god, what's her name? She's like the girlfriend and everything. It's a something Moynihan.
Bridget Moynihan?
Bridget Moynihan, yes.
Maybe that sounds. Genuinely, I haven't watched this movie in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen you watch this.
No.
In the time we've been together.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
I used to watch this a lot, obviously in high school, and I'm sure I watched it in college.
Yep.
But I don't think I've sat down and watched this beginning to end since before we were together.
Yeah.
So it's been over a decade.
Oh boy.
So we were looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score of this before we started. This has a glorious 23%, which was really pretty surprising to me given the cultural impact this movie had.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a rat's ass because at 15, I thought this movie was amazing. And I have no idea how this is going to age. This is probably genuinely terrible, and I don't even care. So, anything else that you know about this as far as
it's
plot, people?
It's more like, hey, it's a bunch of hot women up on the bar encouraging people to drink.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, that's at least the bombastic portion of it. I'm sure there's a lot of like side stories and there's some serious stuff to it, I'm sure, because it can't be all a party the entire way through.
Why not, Trent?
I am going to go out on a limb here because I haven't seen this other movie, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is kind of like Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Just based on your knowledge of Magic Mike.
Just based on my knowledge of Magic Mike and this movie, they're correlated in some capacities.
All right. Well, you won't really get a satisfactory answer to that question because you haven't seen Magic Mike. But you can at least get some answers about this one. We're going to go watch Coyote Ugly, and we will be right back. And we're back. Yay! Coyote Ugly. What did you think, Trent?
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, this is a fun bad movie. Like, I don't think it was the cesspool of trash I thought it could be, having not seen it in a while. I was smiling and enjoying myself. John Goodman is here, and he's a delight.
I have so many things to say about John Goodman, and they're all great.
So, yes, there's a lot of fun being had.
Yeah.
Is this movie necessary? No. Is it believable? Absolutely not. Is it chock-a-block full of people who weren't famous in the year 2000 but are definitely famous now?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what were your immediate reactions to this?
So it was very much as advertised. I had most of the beats down before I even saw it.
Yeah.
It's not her being the owner. It is another gal who is a member of the Coyotes.
She owns the bar, and she started the Coyotes. Yes.
Yes. So the beats I got already down. The dancing on the bar and the musicalness of everything is all in there. Yeah. I mean, it's as advertised, like I said.
You didn't know it was gonna be a little girl from a small town trying to make it big in the big city.
No, I didn't know that.
She's gonna be a star, Trent.
That's
a singer-songwriter.
That's right.
I'm sorry, no, just a songwriter, because
just a songwriter.
She can't sing. She can't. She's stage fright.
When she sings, someone else's voice comes out of her mouth.
Whose voice, Trent?
Leanne Rimes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Did you know that she did the singing for her for the whole movie?
No, not until I got like halfway through.
You definitely knew it wasn't her singing.
Oh,
though.
yeah. I knew that the very first time she started singing on the rooftop.
Yep.
I knew that wasn't her because I can see the lips and they don't match up.
I mean, they would be lip singing no matter what, but she is also not singing her own songs. So.
No. No.
Yes, it's Leanne Rimes, who in 2000 was a big deal.
Well, she was having her big comeback. Because...
Was she already coming back by 2000?
Yes, because Leanne Rimes, for those who do not know, was a child star
teen star?
She was a child star.
Really?
Of the mid to early 90s.
Okay.
She was brought up in the country music world. And she was like, oh man, I remember Leanne Rimes because she was very much of our time. She was about our age.
She was only like a year or two older than us.
Yeah. So, like, my parents were big fans of Leanne Rimes because she was this little girl who had a big voice.
She yodeled. She was belter.
Her first thing was yodeling. That's how she got, I guess, noticed in that world. But she was very much promoted in that country music stuff. Now, what else was happening in the late 90s and early 2000s? Country music stars tried to go pop.
It's true.
Just ask Shania Twain.
And Faith Hill.
Yep. That whole thing blew up in the 2000s. Leanne Rimes wanted a part of that.
Pop music was very, very big.
Yeah.
And you needed to cross over.
Yeah, you needed to at least try.
Yes. Well, and then where Shania Twain was, ostracized for it.
She was the first.
Other people, now that's like all country music is a lot of pop music.
Right.
But yeah, Leanne Rimes got to sing the song in this movie, Can't Fight the Moonlight, which actually became a hit for her.
It was. And like this first album of her doing the pop stuff was a pretty big deal. Now, she didn't have much success past this point in her career.
No, now she's winning The Masked Singer.
Is that what she's doing?
She won The Masked Singer last year.
Fuck that fucking show. Betsy and I do not like the reality TV. We are not into that shit.
Okay,
especially the really corny, like talent show type of shit. No, I don't like
pay enough attention to know what is going on The Masked Singer.
Why?
Because I follow different Entertainment Weekly and other, just people who watch it share things about it.
Sure.
I don't spend time seeking out the performances or anything, but I know what's going on the show. And I get why people like it, because it's just easily digestible garbage. Like Coyote Ugly. Getting it back to the movie.
I'm shaking my head. All right, so yeah, Leanne Rimes is all over this thing. And it seemed like, after watching it, it seems like this was a big vehicle for her. More than anybody else.
To a degree. I mean, they needed somebody to do the singing for this actor.
Yeah.
And why not just get the same person who's going to record the song at the end?
Right.
Because you needed a big name to make it splashy and fun.
To show up and actually go on the bar.
Right.
Well, and this was also like Leanne Rimes becoming a woman and not just the little girl anymore. Because, again, she got out and was sexy.
In this movie, yeah.
In this movie and in her other career.
I don't know about her music outside of this song at this point in her career.
She did the thing where she kind of came out and was sexy. And also, it was the same time that Jewel did the same thing.
I suppose.
Jewel in like 2002, 2003 came out with a more poppy kind of an album. Mm-hmm. And she did the whole... I remember... because of course I was a teenage boy, I remember there was a music video of her like doing a fucking like car wash scene in a music video. Jewel.
Okay.
What? It was either Jewel or Leanne Rimes.
Maybe one it was of those. Both of them.
Maybe it was both. I don't know. I was a teenage boy. I was interested in all of that. So this was the time of that whole thing. Again, Leanne Rimes, child star, squeaky clean country music, all that shit, singing all the faux Christian songs for all like people like our parents to listen to.
That's right.
So they really wanted to break away from that and just be allowed to be a woman and be their own person, which again is very much the message of this movie.
All right, well, taking Leanne Rimes out of it.
Yes.
Talk about the songs. What did you think of the songs that she's supposed to be writing in this movie?
It's very much of the era. I mean, it's what singer-songwriters were writing at the time.
It's easy listening pop music.
It is.
Yeah, it was not complex lyrically.
No. And she thinks that she's going to go from Jersey to New York like everybody else who is trying to go to New York and make it big.
It hurts me now to watch this, to just see how dated this is. She's recording all her songs on cassette tapes.
And just handing them out and mailing them to people.
Yep, and when she really takes a step into the future, she buys the computer we have talked about repeatedly.
She buys a Mac. She buys a Mac and...
the laptop.
And that still is the computer of choice and the software of choice for people who are artists.
Yeah.
It still is to this day.
What is it? The...
like GarageBand is one of the pieces of software, but there's a lot of other stuff just built for the Mac.
Yeah.
For songwriters and
then she makes her song and she burns it on a CD.
Of course, she got into the modern age.
Obviously,
with a CD.
Obviously, and not nary a cell phone around.
Yeah.
There was no one in this
New York
movie with
City,
a cell phone.
No cell phones. It was payphones and answering machines with little tiny tapes.
It's true. No beepers, no nothing.
Yeah.
It was a hard line or nothing.
And again, they're also very, very poor because it's New York City, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to live in a shithole.
She is in the shittiest shithole apartment in Chinatown.
Uh-huh.
And she wonders why she gets robbed like the first week she's there. It's like, oh, sweetie, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's all so easy in this movie, though. It's so funny to me how she finds her little apartment, she gets a job, and it's all of like 4 to 5 months where she's just like, and now I've made it big. It's like, no.
Yeah, she goes out one day and gets rejected from a few different places, and it's that night that she goes out and meets Mr. O'Donnell.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like her first night in New York.
We must have a love interest trend.
Of course.
We can't make this movie about the girl making it into the big city without a love story.
Because and then it's the first person that she comes across that happens to look cute and has an Australian accent.
That's right. That's right. So this actor I have seen in exactly one other thing.
All right.
And it was Flight of the Conchords. Because, of course, he's Australian.
Yes.
And there's the running joke in that show about the beef between Australia and New Zealand. And he works for the Australian consulate.
All right.
That is literally the only other thing I've ever seen this guy in.
All right.
And it's not that he hasn't worked. He has. He's done stuff very recently. And I'm just like, nope, you're the guy from Coyote Ugly. From here and forever.
Did Betsy have a thing for Kevin?
He was hot. In 2000, this was exactly the kind of guy that was being just like thrown at me as a teenage girl.
Of course.
They were always well-groomed, very like spiky hair.
With an accent?
An accent. Oh, the accent, yes. And a lot of leather pants. There's so many leather pants
leather
in this
pants,
movie.
snakeskin pants.
Yep, tassels and crop tops. Everybody's showing off their belly buttons.
It was the 2000s.
It really was. Bleached blonde hair and tribal tattoos. Trent.
Oh, boy.
This is very, very early 2000s.
The fashion is very early 2000s, but all of the music is very 90s.
It is. So I didn't have this soundtrack. My sister bought this soundtrack.
Of course.
And we listened to this in the car repeatedly. And like, I don't think I had ever heard the song Unbelievable before this.
What? I knew that one.
Before I saw this movie, though. 15, I can't remember if I knew this song before that or not.
I believe this song came out in either 97 or 98.
Okay.
I was aware of it because I also had MTV and VH1.
Right. It's hard for me to remember now if I knew it before, but I certainly learned it more and loved it more because of this soundtrack.
Yeah.
I also had never heard that In Excess song, Need You Tonight.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This was definitely the very first place that I heard In Excess. I was like, what is this funky music?
It's a good song.
Yeah. So my sister, who's probably listening to this, can attest, we listened to this soundtrack a lot.
Fun fact from the IMDb page. The soundtrack album of this movie was on the Billboard Top 40 album chart for over a year.
Yes!
It sold over 3 million copies.
I told you, this movie was a cultural phenomenon.
It was basically like, now that's what I call music from the 90s, volume whatever.
Via a movie from 2000.
Via a movie soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a collection of a whole lot of stuff.
Which is why, again, I'm just like, wow, and this movie has 23%. The critics hated this.
The critics hated this. Bullshit. This movie's fun.
Yay!
It's stupid as hell.
It's totally
I
stupid.
know it's stupid as hell.
And you know what's gonna happen. You know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She's gonna meet the guy, and they're gonna have a little fling, and then they're gonna fight, and then they're gonna get back together. And she's gonna make it because she can't not make it, Trent.
Yeah.
Bud Cort was there and said you're gonna make it.
That's right. Why was Bud Cort in this movie?
For one scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I've probably seen Bud Cort in 2 other things, ever.
Right. All right. So since I've already segued to the topic.
All right.
I mentioned it. There are a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah.
So we just recently watched Prisoners,
Yeah.
which is kind of what got us talking about this movie because Maria Bello is in Prisoners.
Yes.
And you know her from one other movie.
I know her from Thank You for Smoking.
And I told you this is the movie. My point of reference for Maria Bello is Coyote Ugly.
Okay.
Now,
makes sense.
She's also in, if you didn't know this, because I don't know that you've seen it, she's in the third Mummy movie.
Oh, no, I haven't seen the third
She
one, no.
replaces Rachel Weisz, so she is Evelyn O'Connell in the third Mummy movie.
Oh, God.
It's fine. It's not great. She's a very different kind of actress, so that whole movie's a mess. Maybe someday we'll watch it and you can experience whatever that movie is.
I've only seen the first 2 Mummy movies.
That's okay.
Plus The Scorpion King, but Betsy hasn't seen Scorpion King.
Maybe we'll do a Mummy thing and we'll watch both of those.
We'll get to that movie later.
Anyhow, so yes, Maria Bello is in this.
Yes.
You were right. Bridget Moynihan is in this.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she's the New York bitch, as they call her.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have a whole lot to do, but it's very different from other stuff she's done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've seen her in a movie where she's like this.
No. And you have to have some kind of antagonistic force in there, but even that wasn't there. She was just kind of a nothing character.
She was just the bitch who works at the bar.
She's just a bitch, yeah. Yes. It doesn't really matter at all. There's no consequence to anything that she does.
Nope.
She's just one of the other coyotes.
Yep. So other people who show up in this movie, at the beginning of the movie, Violet goes to a bar, and there was a familiar song playing because the band on the stage was The Calling.
The Calling doing their... Did they just have the one hit?
I think that was certainly their biggest one, and then that guy who's the lead singer did that song with Santana. I think those are...
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that one? I say, why don't you and I get together? Day on the world will be...
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the guy from The Calling.
Jesus. All
Alex,
right.
what's his butt? But yes, The Calling,
Yeah.
singing, I'll go wherever you will go.
A great song.
And I was just like, oh my God, it's The Calling.
And you had forgotten they were even
I
in this.
forgot they were in this because I think it's before this song got popular.
That could be.
I'm pretty sure it
be.
is. And it's not on the soundtrack. That song didn't make the soundtrack, I don't think.
Okay.
Which would have made sense. That song got famous on its own
Yeah.
without this movie. So they show up.
And also in the bar where she shows up where the band's playing, the bartender, the blonde bartender.
Yeah.
I knew that guy from One Other Thing. And I don't know if you recognized him.
I didn't.
So he is the guy in Office Space who does the go home and show my O face. Oh.
What?
If you've seen Office Space, you know what I'm talking about.
Trent, we've talked about this. I believe I've seen Office Space once.
Oh, Office Space
Maybe
is awesome.
twice.
Office Space is awesome.
Okay, well, we'll watch Office Space, not for the podcast, though, unless we find someone who hasn't seen Office Space.
It's true. But yeah, I know him from exactly One Other Thing, and it's that.
Okay. So then we talked about him very briefly, but John Goodman is in this movie.
Yeah! I fucking love John Goodman in everything I see him in.
He is a delightful man.
He really is. And this was the same time, I think that it came out the same year that he was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah?
He looks identical. John Goodman has had an issue with weight. And he would be the first person to say this. He's the same weight in this movie as he is in the other movie. And of course, they're probably filmed around the same time.
Probably.
And you can kind of track John Goodman's career by how big he is. And this is probably when he was his biggest. Now, in recent years, he has gotten a lot more healthy. He looks great, but he is the same guy. He has always been the same guy.
He's everyone's dad.
Yeah.
I love that he is just this guy. I want to hug him.
Yeah.
All the time. He's just like this very tall figure. He's
just larger than life.
He's a large presence physically and metaphorically.
Yes.
It's hard not to love him.
Man, he is always great in everything that he does. Even if he has a small role, like in Oh Brother, he's a very small role, but he has a big presence in it.
Memorable.
He is memorable, exactly. He's the Bible salesman.
Yep. The Cyclops.
But yeah, of course, if you don't know John Goodman from a whole lot of things...
I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible, but everybody else got introduced to John Goodman as the dad in Roseanne. Yeah, Dan Connor in the original Roseanne run, and he's still doing it to this day, I think.
If it's still on, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
They keep renewing it without her.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, John Goodman is fantastic. I kind of feel like I'm missing out on a lot of his other work. Like, he's done a lot of TV lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, in this movie, he's her dad, and he does the thing that he would normally do. But with a Jersey accent.
Yes, with a Jersey. They're in Jersey. This is Jersey.
Yeah.
Who else shows up in this movie? Melanie Linsky shows up as her friend.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't know her name, but I certainly know her face.
Right. So, I know her from Ever After. That was the first thing I ever saw her in. I think most people saw her on 2.5 Men. She's like the crazy neighbor who's in love with Charlie.
Okay.
But she's made a lot of amazing movies. And she's, again, one of those just under the radar, really talented working actors. Yeah. She's great. I think she's funny and she can be really dramatic. And yeah, I'm always excited to see Melanie Lynskey when she shows up for stuff. Then there's a whole lot of smaller bits. You got it right. Tyra Banks was in this movie as well.
Yep. Which, Tyra Banks was having a moment in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
After she came out with the cover on the Sports Illustrated thing, she just kind of blew up.
This was her first movie, I believe.
Yeah, so she was trying to branch out and do other things. Now, she didn't do much because she was literally on her way out. I think she's in 2 of the bar scenes at the beginning, and it's explained that this is her last week as a coyote. And then she comes back for, I guess, the last couple of bar scenes in this movie. But yeah, she doesn't really have much to do, but I believe they brought her in not only for that, but hey, let's put her on the cover.
Exactly. Let's slap her on the poster.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, oh, Tyra Banks is in this movie.
Exactly.
Even though she's in it for a whopping 4.5 minutes.
Yep.
Beginning to end. And then there's a lot of people, I said this earlier, a lot of people who were not famous in the year 2000, but have since become very famous. Amongst them, Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. He has one line. He's in the crowd in the bar. I don't remember what scene it was. Was it the one where she's singing?
I don't know. It was near the end, one of the later bar scenes.
Yeah. But yeah, Johnny Knoxville. And who's the other guy? They were credited as college guys.
Chris Wilde, but I don't know who that is.
He's just one of these other 2000s guys who did a few parts and then just went away.
Okay.
I equate him with a Matthew Lillard kind of a look about him.
Shut up, Matthew Lillard is an icon.
Bullshit.
Okay, Matthew Lillard is at least still working. I have no idea who this guy was.
You're right. But that's what his look was. That's whatever. I don't like Matthew Lillard. Anyway. But yeah, Johnny Knoxville shows up for one line and he just kind of looks around like he's just surprised to even be in a movie.
Right. And then there are 2 scenes in this movie where they auction off a guy on the bar.
Yeah.
The first time when she's auctioning off Kevin, there's a woman there that we both kind of recognized. Okay. And I looked her up.
She was the one on the back on the left, right?
Yeah. The only thing I could figure out is she was on Parks and Rec. But she's a blonde in that, which is why I wouldn't have recognized her right away.
All right.
But there was another woman there that you didn't catch, and I had to look it up because I wasn't sure it was her. One of the other women bidding was Caitlin Olsen.
Who's Caitlin Olsen?
Caitlin Olsen is on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, her?
The woman, the
woman in Always Sunny?
The woman of the gang.
Wow.
Was in this movie, but she is very young and very 2000 to the point that I almost missed her.
Huh.
I had to look it up, but I confirmed it is her.
Okay.
And then later at the very end of the movie,
bidding on John Goodman
is a very young Alex Borstein.
Yeah.
Which now she would already have been on Mad TV at this point.
Yes.
So she already had sort of a career.
And by this time, Family Guy was on the air because that premiered in 99.
Yeah. So she's at least somebody you could have known who that was in 2000.
I would have, yeah.
But I did not remember she was in that.
Well, of course, she's only in it for one scene.
It's true. But so's Johnny Knoxville.
True.
Yeah, so this is just chock-a-block full of moments like that where I'm like, oh, hey, it's that guy. Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Yeah. And I guess the only other cameo appearance was the director, Michael Bay.
Yes.
Who I guess he's a friend of Bruckheimer because Bruckheimer Films was the studio that put this out.
Yep.
So yeah, Michael Bay was the photographer near the beginning.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm a get out of here. I'm a photographer for The Village."
The Village,
which is the Village Voice. Yeah, a very popular magazine in New York City.
A newspaper. But yeah, I was like, wait, isn't that guy?
Yes, that is Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. famed director. More explosions. Once you've seen a Michael Bay film, you kind of know what that's all about.
Hey, they print money.
They do. They might not be great, but they are making money.
Yep. So I guess that's all the appearances, the cameos, whatever else. We're already kind of like halfway through the story of the movie, so let's just kind of keep going here. So she ends up getting an audition at this bar after being rejected elsewhere. She doesn't really know what's going to happen at this place.
She has never heard of this bar. She's never been to this bar.
Yeah.
She just needs a job.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, I overheard these girls talk. I heard there might be an opening for a job.
Right, and they were kind of flashing their cash in the diner where she sees them with Bud Court.
That's right. We each made $300 tonight.
Right. So, of course, your ears are going to perk up when you need money. Because she only had $2 to her name, I guess.
And this was after she got robbed, I think.
Yeah, after she got robbed, after she got rejected by giving her demo tape to everybody in that one day. I guess she's giving up after that one day.
It's really hard, Trent.
I'm not famous right away. I need to quit.
It didn't happen for me in the first few days.
Right. So yeah, she gets a tryout, and she's very, let's just say, mousy and like very church lady, and yeah, she's not the type to show up there and just get a job right away. You need to prove yourself.
Right.
Because the clientele and the kinds of things that you are doing, the kinds of women who are working there, is a very specific type. Now, she kind of flubs it right out the gate, and on her way out the door, she basically proves herself that, hey, you can handle drunks.
Yes.
And you need to be able to handle drunks in a place like this, especially drunk men.
That's most of the job.
Yeah.
And this is a hoppin' bar. This bar is very popular.
Oh, yeah.
They have lines around the block because these women get up and have a fucking party.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about this bar is they're going to dance on the bar. If you want to dance up here, women, take off your bra, and they have like a rack of, just all the shelf is covered in bras from random women who have come in there.
Right.
They light it on fire. They're gyrating. They throw water on each other.
And like this whole section of the movie, it goes for a good long time. I kind of figured there was maybe a couple of these types of scenes where they're just being all crazy, but no, it goes on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. There's several times. They spend a lot of time in the bar.
They really do, especially on the bar.
Yes, they do.
So she kind of washes out the first night, but she gets another chance after the whole, you know how to deal with drunks. She comes back the next night. She gets in trouble for dousing the fire marshal with water.
Right. So in an earlier scene, somebody tries to order water.
Well, a vodka and water or something like that.
And they say, we don't serve water in this bar. And
Hell no, H2O.
And they hose down whoever ordered the water.
Right.
So she gets handed this by Bridget Moynihan's character because she wants to make a fool of her. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
And she hoses down the fire marshal and they're slapped with a $250 fine.
Right. And then she gets the idea to do the auction because her boyfriend, not quite boyfriend at the time, shows up.
Well, because he embarrassed her because she stupidly and naively believed the guy at the bar who said, oh, yes, that's Mr. O'Donnell.
Right.
He books the talent. He's the music manager and he discovers new talent. And so she throws herself at him in the alleyway being like, I've never done this before. And I hope you listen to my demo. It's like, this doesn't even make any sense because he's booking the bands. You don't want to sing. What purpose would this actually serve?
Right.
And he's like, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Before she promptly discovers that he's full of shit.
Well, also, he wasn't going to do any of that anyway. He just wanted to get her information.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty girl throwing herself at him.
Batting her eyelashes at him.
That's right. But they have, this moment, and then they get even, and then they start going on lots of dates where they, eat food and then they throw fish at each other.
Dating.
The romantic stuff one does on a date.
Yeah, so they go on one date where I guess there was a breakfast date where they go to this diner, and he is shown to be like being kind of shady. He's like sliding cash across the counter, and he's getting an unmarked paper bag
from Miami.
From Miami. Right, exactly.
Check the merchandise.
Exactly. But in reality, he's just a big nerd who likes comic books.
He's a big nerdy nerd.
Yeah.
He's such a well-rounded character.
Right. And that's an okay character trait to have. Mm-hmm. But then again, in 2000s, it's not cool to be a nerd. It is now.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be.
Well, and this also predates Spider-Man.
It does.
A little bit.
It does.
Yeah, and what else about Kevin? He tries to be the supportive guy and get her to get over her stage fright.
Yeah.
And he brings her to his apartment, and he's got all these, cardboard cutouts set up, and he borrowed a keyboard from the club, and then they fuck. I literally wrote that. They fuck.
After she does this striptease behind the cardboard cutouts.
God, and every piece of clothing she's wearing gets more and more like early aughts as she removes them. Purple pastel. Like
very frilly.
Like I just remember this outfit so clearly. The little camisole with a cardigan and the chiffon, I don't know what you call it, skirt. The really flirty skirt.
I wouldn't know.
Everything she was wearing was purple.
Yeah.
Down to her underpants. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, okay.
Yep.
We are solidly 2000. So yeah, they have their little moment and they're falling in love and he gets her a gig.
And even before that, during the thing, she is like basically throwing herself at him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so he's like bringing her there so that he can try to encourage her to perform, to sing in front of just him and the cardboard audience.
Yes.
And because that he's actually making the effort, I guess this is what puts her over the edge. I guess she wanted it anyway.
I guess. I don't know. I do like watching this now. To see the people who he has cardboard cutouts of.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of them is Jenna Elfman.
Oh.
Of Dharma and Greg fame.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be willing to bet there's a large audience of people who would watch this now for the first time and have no idea who that is.
Yeah, who's Jenna Elfman in 2022?
Like, yeah, they have all the, they had Marlon Brando and Elvis and Marilyn Monroe and Patrick Swayze.
And George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton.
Yeah. But then Jenna Elfman. One of those things is not like the other.
No.
And yeah, so he's the supportive boyfriend, and they go shopping in the record store, and he pulls some strings and gets her a gig.
And by strings, he basically gives up his comic book to the promoter guy who owns the club or something. I don't know.
Whatever, the booking agent.
Booker, yeah.
Yeah. And she flakes out because
it's a busy night.
And her boss won't let her go.
Well, and she is good at what she does.
She is, but she's also chicken shit.
Yeah, she's chicken shit, and she also makes money there. And if she were to leave, she would lose out on a lot of money.
Right, and she's too scared to try it.
Well, and during one of these nights, the crowd at the bar is getting really, really rowdy. There's fights breaking out. People are getting up on the bar. Guys are like pulling the Coyotes down to be with them. And it's just really, really rowdy. And even the bouncer is busy doing other things. So it's on her to try to calm the crowd. So what does she do? She does what she likes to do, is sing karaoke. She just sings along with the jukebox.
Yeah, and they eat it up.
And they eat it up because, hey, she's good and it's a good song.
Right.
So.
But it's not her song. It's just her singing along to a jukebox.
Exactly.
And her boyfriend thinks this is a bullshit job and she's doing a bullshit gig. They don't come to see you. They don't give a shit about you. You are not a special singer or a special snowflake.
Yeah.
You're out there shaking your ass and they don't give a shit.
Yeah, after that, they they have their fight, and she goes out there to chase after him, and he essentially, slut shames her.
Yeah?
There's a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah, he says, I had a shitty childhood,
Yeah.
and I did this and I did that, but at least I did it with some
dignity. I had dignity.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, buddy. She's making a living. You don't get to judge.
Right. Like, if I was making $300 a night, you'd be like, shake that ass, baby.
Do it. As long as you don't mind it and you're being safe and there's, measures in place so that you are safe, then yeah, do what you got to do. Do what you want to do.
Right. Like the Cammy, that girl.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm the Russian tease, except
Right.
I forget the whole don't sleep with them part.
Yeah, sleeping around.
Yeah. And she loves that shit. She's just like, this is my place. She's really good at her job. People fucking love her.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of money. It's not a hard gig. It's
Not really.
a lot of, they don't even have complicated mixed drinks. It's like, do you want straight
Right.
alcohol or a beer?
Right. You get shots or a beer.
Take
That's
your
all
pick.
it is. We don't make mixed drinks here. We don't put water in anything. It's just, hey, shots or beer.
Yep. And half the time they're buying you shots.
True. But I like her strategy, where if people are buying you shots and you've had too many shots, just spit it into a beer bottle.
Yeah, just chase it with a beer.
Yeah.
Because
And then
you're not
spit it back in
taking
the
a
bottle.
drink, you're just spitting it out.
Right. And you're not telling them, you're accepting it, you're putting it in your face.
It's more money for the business. They got to pay for that
Yeah,
shot.
totally.
Let me buy you a drink. Why not?
Sure. I'll take it.
Yep. Yeah, and of course her dad finds out on the worst possible way when
Right.
she's water dancing to Kid Rock's Cowboy.
Oh God. And he says, because he works in a toll booth, and he says all the other booth guys have you up in their booth.
They're putting your
To
picture
put your
up.
picture up there. Mm-hmm. And yeah, as a father, I would maybe have an issue with that. I would at least ask the people, hey, that's my daughter.
Or just take it down.
Yeah.
Don't ask, do.
True. But yeah, he shows up. She says it's not as bad as what it looks, which is true.
Yeah.
I mean, people aren't up there touching on her. All she's doing is dancing and gyrating, and you can do a lot worse.
Yeah?
In the eyes of a father. But again, she's making money. She is not asking for any assistance from him because he wouldn't be able to provide. He works at a toll booth.
Right. But she also clearly doesn't know how to tell him about this.
Right.
Because she just keeps saying, it's just a bar. It's just a bar. Which it is. It's just a bar.
It is just a bar.
And there's more going on there than the
Yeah.
average bar. But it is
Yeah.
still just a bar.
I mean, as a bartender, you would be wearing about the same kind of outfit anyway.
Yeah.
That's just expected when you are a female bartender.
Especially in New York.
Yeah.
To get people, there's 1,000 bars in New York. If you want
Yeah.
people to come to your bar,
Yeah.
you need a gimmick.
If you want to get tips.
If you want to get tips, if you want people to show up and
Yeah.
buy drinks and get
These
drunk.
are drunk men.
Yeah,
Give them what they want and they will give you money.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you aware that this bar is real?
Yes, it is
Okay.
a chain.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It wasn't at the time.
Yeah.
I think there was exactly one bar, and they made this movie, and then it became franchised.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and then, we have our little moment where she's fighting with her dad, she's fighting with her boyfriend.
Well, she goes home for her friend's wedding.
Yep.
And this is after her father finds out, and they want to have a picture together, and they are forcing a smile, and he says something really hurtful. He says, "This is the first time I've ever been ashamed of you." Mm-hmm. That cuts deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Uh-huh. So she goes back home to her shitty apartment yet again, and she gets a phone call from from a hospital saying, "Hey, your father was in an accident. He broke his leg."
He got hit by a car.
He got hit by a car.
Walking to the toll booth.
Right.
He's fine, but...
Right. So she shows up and finds out that he broke his leg and he's all bruised up, but he'll be okay. And they have their reconciliation, and he reveals the stuff about her mom.
Yeah, so the whole movie, she's talking about how her mom was a singer, and she plays her mom's guitar, but she was too terrified. She had terrible stage fright, and that's why I have terrible stage fright. Like, using her mom as a scapegoat, like, oh, it's genetic.
Right.
And he says, no, that's not why.
That she was really, really good.
She almost made it. She could have made it.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she wanted to quit, and I let her.
Yeah. She wanted to quit because she had you.
Yeah. She had enough now.
Yeah.
And I just let her quit. Mm-hmm. And I was okay with that. And so he says, so screw it. You're not quitting.
I'm not going to do the same thing with you.
Yep. I'm locking the door. You are not allowed to come home.
Also, he reveals that he has a date.
He does.
That was really nice.
Why? What? Are you wearing cologne? No, just some Old Spice.
Just
Who
some
gave
Old Spice?
you Old Spice? That nice redheaded nurse. She asked me out for coffee. I don't know what to do.
A date.
Yeah, he hasn't been on a date in years.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
That was really cute. And then at the end of the movie, they're like together.
Yeah.
It's very precious.
It is.
Yeah, so he encourages her and she tries it again. And then 3 months later, 3 whole months later, Leanne Rimes, international recording star, is recording her song and dancing on the bar with her at Coyote Ugly.
Yes. The end. But except, the movie ends on the worst possible moment.
It's a weird moment.
I hate the ending of this.
So it's,
where she says the line, something about what would you do if all your dreams came true?
Right. Well, here's the deal. It's this like rowdy party. It's a big celebration.
Yeah.
Leanne Rimes is there.
Yeah.
We have a little auction. It gets really fun.
Yeah.
We're all dancing.
Fucking John Goodman's up on the bar. How much did they have to reinforce that bar to have all those people up there plus John Goodman? Oh my God.
And they're all having a great time, and then it just sort of stops dead in its tracks.
Right.
And she looks at her boyfriend and says, "What would you do if all your dreams came true?" And then cue the slow song.
A slow song and a slow motion kiss.
It was so weird.
That fucking sucks. I hated it. Oh my God, Betsy, if that didn't happen, I would say that this was one of the best movies I've seen in this podcast.
I didn't remember it ended like that because you think it's going to end with this big celebration.
Yeah.
And then it just left turn out of nowhere, slow-mo kiss, sad song.
The end.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Credits.
It was weird.
That sucks. It sucks.
I think we need to write a strongly worded letter
to Leanne Rimes,
to whoever made this movie, whoever edited this movie, and ask them for the director's cut that doesn't end with that shitty dialogue and slow-mo kiss.
There is an unrated version, apparently.
Is there really?
It adds like 8 minutes of footage.
Is it just more dancing on the bar?
Probably.
I feel like that's all you could add to this. Yeah. Nothing else really happens the rest of the movie.
But to be fair, I don't know how else to end it other than, hey, maybe there's another famous person that is calling.
No, I think genuinely everybody's like on the bar laughing, freeze frame, end of movie.
Or like she's being embraced by her boyfriend.
Or they like kiss but it's like a happy kiss, or they're on the bar and they're just like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Slow motion, freeze frame.
Or like, everybody's on the bar and you can like slow-mo fade out and like have the camera like zoom out.
Something.
To everybody in the bar.
Out the door, out into the city, watching the line down the block.
Right.
We fixed your movie, guys.
Yeah. There's so many different ways you could end this movie other than that, and that fucking sucked.
I genuinely didn't remember that was how this movie ended, like the very last moment.
Yeah.
You're right. That is the worst moment in this entire movie.
Oh, by a long shot.
Because they amp it up and everybody's happy and dreams are coming true.
Yeah.
And we've all made up.
It's a happy ending, but it's the wrong kind of happy ending for that.
And then it screeches to a halt.
Yep.
And it's awkward. It's very awkward. And I will even say that because I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so disappointing because you just said this would have been like the best movie.
I was literally booing the screen as it was happening, and it fades out into credits, and I'm dumbfounded. How do you have an ending like that?
I don't know, Trent.
Oh.
It was a product of its time.
I guess.
They were trying to lean in so hard to the rom-com element of it. And it's like, nah, I don't need it.
No.
We got enough of it the rest of the movie. You could have just been happy and ended the movie. Yeah. I didn't need it to end on a kiss.
No.
It was wrong. It was the wrong move for this kind of a movie.
If you wanted to end it with a kiss, you could have done it in a different way. Yeah. You didn't need to have the close-up of them kissing in slow motion and then have a slow song. That completely is incongruous with the entire rest of the soundtrack even. There's no other slow songs in the whole damn movie.
There's like one near the end when she's sad and, she's fighting with everybody.
Fine.
It fits, though, because she's fighting with everybody.
But she's in the bar and everybody's having a good time. You need to have a good time song.
Yeah. You fade out with the good time song, and then you cut to the sad song as the credits are playing.
Yeah, the other LeAnn Rimes song.
Right, but you got to get to it first. You got to fade out of the happy. And that would have been fine. But yeah, it's just very abrupt. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, Betsy.
Well, I'm glad you liked this one. This is like the perfect movie to watch in a hotel. We've referenced this before, like cable movies.
Yep.
Like when you're just channel surfing and something catches your eye.
I'll throw this on.
This is the perfect movie for that because it requires very little back history.
Yeah.
You don't
have to pay attention.
No, you do not need to know what happened to get to the point you're in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 45 minutes in. The bullshit that happened before is irrelevant.
Which bar scene is it? There's like 6 of them.
Who cares? Just jump in the middle.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ride.
Yep.
Boo at the end.
Yep. Turn it off before the end.
Turn it off and go to bed.
Oh.
So I'm glad you enjoyed it because I never know with these kinds of movies if you'll just think it's just stupid.
Oh, it's stupid, but in a good way.
Good stupid.
I like the good kind of stupid in this movie.
Excellent. Yeah, the critics hated it, but the audience loved it.
It's got like a 70-something% audience score.
Yeah. Because people loved this movie. I saw this in the theater like opening weekend.
Oh my God.
I did. I was one of those people. I definitely saw it very early. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see it twice. This seems like the thing I would have seen more than once, but I only saw it once.
Yeah.
But then I owned it on VHS. I bought it with my own money. I'm old. Technology.
Yeah, we're old.
On that note, Trent, do we have any emails from our listeners today?
We do have an email to read from Stephanie about Frozen 2.
That's a movie we watched.
Yeah. Back when we were doing our Disney sequel series. If you haven't listened to those, go back and listen to those. I guess watch the movies first if you haven't seen those. But anyway, about Frozen the Deuce. So I really like this one. Personally, I think the music in the sequel is better than the original. Heresy.
I don't know. I'm inclined to agree with her.
I think
in
so
some
too.
degrees.
In some degrees, yes. I think overall this soundtrack is better. It is definitely in the rotation in our house, and my daughter sings along. So cute. She even got an Elsa doll for Christmas and absolutely adores it. If you want another WTF weird action movie, we just watched Mute on Netflix. Paul Rudd is a total dick. So bizarre, but we enjoyed it. Love you guys from Superfan Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I had to look into this Mute movie.
Yeah.
This came out a number of years ago, and it's a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah.
I missed it entirely. I've never heard of this movie.
Yeah, I never heard of it either.
So, yeah, that was
also different kind of a role for Paul Rudd, apparently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's usually very charming and quirky.
Yeah.
This does not sound like that.
Yeah. It's like, what's his name doing that Ozark show?
Oh, Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman, yeah. That's not a comedy.
No, but Jason Bateman's also at that point of his career.
He's doing more drama.
Where most comedic actors take on more dramatic roles. Yeah. Because their shtick gets a little tired if you keep doing comedy.
Of course, because
forever.
Jason Bateman always plays Jason Bateman in every movie that he's cast in that is a comedy.
Which is delightful.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong.
I love Jason Bateman. He's
love
great.
His shtick.
But you can only do that for so long before he gets old.
And he's actually a good actor, too.
He is.
That's the other thing. So thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie, about that. And telling us any kind of like suggested stuff. The last movie we did, Prisoners, was a suggestion from just people in general, and somebody specifically wanted us to do it for this podcast. So we do want to get your suggestions. We're going to be doing at least a few movies here before we get into our next series. I teased it the last time. It is going to be a 5-movie set. See if you can guess what that is, just based on the amount. But if you want to contact us, you can email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. You can also support the show by throwing us a buck on Anchor. Click the link on the podcast description to do that. If you can't do that, no big deal. We just ask that you share it with your friends and rate us on iTunes.
So there you go. That's another episode in the books. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Trent.
Yes, we finally watched Coyote Ugly.
It's all I ever wanted for my birthday.
And happy birthday to Betsy.
Give or take a few days.
It's this week. It's okay.
So, as always, thank you for listening. This has been Never Seen It. I am Betsy.
And I'm Trent.
And we will check in with you next time.
Bye-bye.